You are now listening to theGrio's Black Podcast Network, Black Culture Amplified. Welcome to Dear Culture, the podcast for, by, and about the culture here at theGrio Black Podcast Network. I'm your host, Panama Jackson, and we recently took the podcast on the road and recorded an episode live in front of an audience in Birmingham, Alabama at the National Association of Black Journalists Conference and Career Fair. It was a really, really good time. My friend and host of the theGrio Daily, Michael Harriot, joined me for a rambunctious, excitable, crowd participation heavy version of the internet meme and game that everybody keeps doing of One Gotta Go. You know what it is. You understand, where people put like 4 things that we all love in one space and say one gotta go, and you lose everything associated with that one. Yeah, that's what we did. And here's where I got the idea for this. If you watch one of those earlier, what are they called, interstitials, the commercials, where Teray and Monique Judge were going back and forth about that famous One Gotta Go thing, where it was Mary J. Blige, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and who's the other person?
I don't know, because Teray was so wrong.
Oh, and Janet Jackson, I think, was on it. But so I did that online, and I'm just gonna let y'all know, because y'all might hate me after this. I said Whitney Houston gotta go. That was who I said gotta go. And for whoever said go somewhere else. Listen, don't nobody care about her catalog that much. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I love her too. I'm just saying the catalog ain't standing up against the rest of them. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't loud and wrong, but I'm up here, and so I try to pick ones that I haven't seen online or anything like that. So this first one is about culturally iconic songs, and I think there's a right answer and there's an answer all y'all gonna say. So One Gotta Go. Cameo's Candy, Maze featuring Frankie Beverly, Before I Let Go, Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday, or James Weldon Johnson's Lift Every Voice and Sing. One gotta go.
That's hard.
Which one? See, I don't think this is that hard. Which one gotta go? See, y'all, a lot of y'all gonna say Candy and you're all wrong.
So before I answer this, I gotta say, when we say gotta go, that means it doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore.
But it has existed.
It just gotta go.
I'm gonna say, okay, this is gonna be sacrilegious, but I'm gonna say Lift Every Voice and Sing. And this is why. Because if Lift Every Voice and Sing didn't exist, there would be another Lift Every Voice and Sing, right? Like, black people would have created a black national anthem regardless, right? It might not have been that
That's the right answer. You got the right answer.
It might not have been that
Optimistic is a better song than Lift Every Voice and Sing. Right. We could all sing. Yeah, I said
don't
that out
agree
loud.
With that. Like,
Bank that. I said that out loud.
Don't lump me in with that. But what I'm saying is, there would have been a black national anthem, whether it is Back
Right.
That
We
Ass
just make
Up
another one.
Or
we just make another one. It's fine.
Amazing Grace, right? Like Lift Every Voice and Sing is valuable to us because we made it valuable to us. First of all, ma'am,
But
at my previous job, literally on your first day, you had to sing Lift.
We did, so that is true. We did. That was kind of our internal hazing thing. You had, this is my other thing. Because people only know one verse, it could go. You'll be fine. It'll be all right.
I know all 3 verses though.
All right, so we all agree to Lift Every Voice and Sing can go. Boom. All right.
I don't even know the words to Candy though. Like
you don't need to know the words to Candy, but you know if Candy comes on, everybody got to stand up and start dancing.
You just know ow.
All right.
That's how I say. That's all the lyrics to Candy. Ow.
All right. So we got y'all. Well, it's important. Those are important words. Okay. So we got y'all warmed up. So here's another one. One of my favorite groups of all time is New Edition. I'm sure many people love New Edition. They got movies, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny too. That's wonderful. But they all went solo, kind of, sort of. BBD obviously will count as this because nobody can actually sing or rap in that group, but they were a lot of fun. So Ronnie DeVoe can sing? Is he here? No. Oh, when you said Ronnie, and I know Ricky cool. Ricky, listen, it's not important. What's important is One solo set of catalog gotta go. Is it BBD? Is it Ralph? Is it Johnny? Or is it Bobby?
We gotta be. I mean, it's easy. Ralph, easy. Ralph got sensitivity.
I think I'm getting rid of Johnny.
Who?
I think I'm getting rid of Johnny Gill's catalog.
Why? Like, first of all, my.
Because I'm not ready to get rid of sensitivity.
I say he got.
I can't get rid of sensitivity.
Ralph doesn't even have a catalog.
That's not true.
That's a song.
That first album was wonderful.
He got a single.
You got to do what I got to do.
You wouldn't
Break
even
Her
turn
Heart,
that.
Stone Cold Gentleman.
You wouldn't even turn the cassette single over, bro.
Nobody's getting rid of Bobby Brown catalog because Don't Be Cruel is the greatest R&B album of all time.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. See, we're getting through this. This is fun. This is fun. All right.
And plus, Johnny Gill used to catch the Holy Ghost in every song, right? Like,
You can
he's
refute
the only
anything
person
you
who
want to.
who
Go
got the
ahead,
Holy
have
Ghost
fun.
in an R&B song.
The what?
Johnny Gill is the only person who could get the Holy Ghost in an R&B song.
Well, Johnny Gill's the only one that can actually sing. But his catalog's what we talking about. So, you know, my. All right. So we're gonna talk covers. I want to talk covers of songs. And one gotta go. Y'all all know which one. One of these is gonna be one everybody knows. So I'm gonna count this as a cover, but this is in dispute. The Fugees' "Killing Me Softly" because Lauryn, "Killing Me Softly." "Before I Let Go" by Beyonce. "Sweet Thing" by Mary J. Blige. Or "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston.
So Beyonce's song doesn't even, that one's easy. Beyonce can go. It didn't even really need to exist. Like, I don't even know if, like, there are young people who never heard "Before I Let Go" before Beyonce put it out, and then they heard "Before I Let Go" by Frankie Beverly and Maze and was like, oh, this is the better version. Like, I don't even know if that is even controversial.
So here's the thing. I know a lot of people are going to say "Before I Let Go." I really enjoy her version. I feel you. But I'm actually getting rid of "Killing Me Softly." I hate that song. Not the original. The Fugees' version is so boring. I actually wrote an article. I Googled myself and found out I wrote an article about how it's the most boring song, like, on that album. Now, the problem is if we get rid of that song, the Fugees don't win all the Grammys, and then we don't get Lauryn Hill's Miseducation album.
And that's my go-to karaoke song, because I just stand in the back and go, one time.
I'm about to say, you say one time over and over again.
2 times. So.
Now, did you know in some places, when the music programmers did not want to play the hip-hop version of that, they just played a version that didn't have Wyclef saying one time and 2 times. They actually did that just to have Lauryn Hill singing. All right, we're going to do one more of these. We're going to do one more. Now, I'm a big fan of R&B. SWV is my favorite group. Outside, well, I love New Edition, but SWV, I threw a 90s party in DC, like a 10-year long-running party because of SWV. I love them. Like, I wanted to hear them jam out all the time. So I'm a big fan of, but R&B artists, and these are usually women who sing songs that are very personal, make albums that are personal. So I figured we would pick one album that's very personal, that's important, that has to go. I think this is an obvious one too, but we'll see. Jasmine Sullivan's "Hotels," which arguably is the greatest album of the past 10 years. I would argue that. Beyonce's "Lemonade," definitely not the greatest album of the past 10 years. SZA's "Control," or Janet Jackson's "Control."
So
One gotta go. One gotta go.
I'm probably gonna need security to leave me out of here. But I think it's gotta be "Lemonade."
Oh, that's fine.
Because I think "Lemonade" is iconic because people said it was iconic. And everybody's just kind of like, so I think people make, SZA's "Control" was not like a creation, right? Like, people was like, oh, that's an interesting album, right?
Yeah, it is.
Same with Janet Jackson.
Even Obama loved "Broken Clocks." He put it on one of the lists that I don't
even
believe
though
he
I think she
makes.
sings in italics, or in cursive, one. But Janet Jackson "Control." She doesn't have a great voice, but that was an iconic album. Like,
It was.
Yeah. What else? What was the other one?
It was Jasmine Sullivan's
Jasmine Sullivan "Hotels." I don't even think, nobody argues that. Like, there's no bad takes on that album.
No, that's an amazing
right?
album.
So I think, though, And I'm not saying that Lemonade is a bad album. I think the reason it is revered as much is, one, because of Beyonce, and two, it was
The visuals.
yeah,
That
but
visual album. I sat and watched that.
as an album, I don't know if people just sit and listen to
No,
the
it's not.
music of Lemonade as much as
How many of y'all getting rid of Beyonce's Lemonade? Yes. Oh, that's not most people. Who's getting rid of SZA's Control? Okay, not that many people. Who's getting rid of Jasmine Sullivan's Hotels? About to say, you got to go if that's what we're doing. All right, who's getting rid of Janet Jackson's Control? Why would you do that? Why would you? I don't even know you. Why would you do that? Why would you get rid of Janet Jackson's Control?
Well, first of all, yeah, I was gonna say, right, Lemonade definitely doesn't exist. Beyonce doesn't exist without Control,
Facts.
arguably.
Facts. Okay. All right, so we're gonna quickly do one. We're gonna quickly do one last one because I actually have a fun one that I don't actually think I can make work. But I want to talk about. We're gonna get rid of one song with an iconic intro, but I need to know, I guess, which one is the least iconic of these 4 iconic intro songs. All right, you'll see what I mean when I start telling you the names of these songs. Mint Condition, Pretty Brown Eyes.
Okay. Dun, dun.
As soon as you say the name, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Pretty brown eyes, you know I see you.
Digable Planets, Rebirth of Slick. The bass line, right? That bass line comes in. Juvenile, Back That Ass Up. The one that we all know and love.
Okay.
The one guaranteed to get everybody to get up and move. And lastly, New Editions, If It Isn't Love. When that little, and it comes in.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Okay, so one of those gotta go. Which one are you getting rid of? What?
I'm gonna say this is gonna be controversial.
I just want everybody to know this person who called me loud and wrong early on just said Pretty Brown Eyes gotta go. And that is the most loud and wrong opinion. Listen, somebody gotta check her ID. I don't know who she worked for, but we gotta check the ID. We gotta check the ID.
I think Rebirth of Slick gotta go simply because that bass line is throughout the song. Like you could sample it halfway through, right? Like you could fade into Rebirth of Slick, but Juvenile, like you really don't have to play the whole. You could play like the intro to Back That Ass Up and fake them out and bring in another song and everybody be on the floor. And be like,
Everybody be mad though.
Yeah.
You be real hot.
Pretty Brown Eyes, like it is.
Yeah. Listen, once that song comes on, I stop and I start singing because it's Pretty Brown
Yeah,
Eyes.
like it's like that's you better get your voice ready because you got to sing.
All right. So this is what we do here at Dear Culture. We have fun conversations about black stuff that probably don't matter in the grand scheme of things, but it matters to me. It matters to my heart and my soul. And I appreciate everybody who also cares enough about black culture to sit through and argue, be loud and wrong. Like this young lady up here who just keeps saying the wrong thing. I don't know. Listen, we're going to have to get you on a podcast just so I can find out what's wrong. Like, what went wrong? What went wrong? So, but this is what we do at the Grio Black Podcast. And we have a ton of podcasts that are amazing that allow us to delve into black culture. Michael, the Grio Daily with Michael Harriot's podcast, Monitor Culture, The Blackest Questions with Christina Greer. We have an amazing lineup, and it's really worth checking out.
And thank you to everybody for listening to Dear Culture, which is an original podcast of the Grio Black Podcast Network. It is produced by Sasha Armstrong, edited by Jeff Trudeau, and Regina Griffin is our director of podcasts. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like over there and everywhere you listen to your podcast. It really matters. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. Again, my name is Panama Jackson. Thank you for listening. Have a black one.